Welcome back, everybody. It's super duper cold outside, like below zero cold. My pipes are frozen. I'm waiting on Taco Bell. I got a box today. Let's do it. Alright, there's no fooling around today. We're gonna get right into it. We all know the hallmark of the start of a good box. Let's see if we get off to a good start. Do we have our Air Defender's light? Air Defender? Do we have our Air Defender? Do we have our Air Defender lights? That was hard. Bam! We do. We got Air Defender lights from discountairpillows.com, where pillows are inflated, but not prices. Alright, let's feel around and see what we got. Ooh, Atari 2600. Ooh, NES. Ooh, I think PlayStation, I assume. And ooh, Sega Genesis or Master System. It's a good mix. I'm very excited. Bloody chuffed as can be. Let's start with the Atari. I'm so close to 100. I think I'm at 97. Games in my Atari collection, so this will make 98, I'm pretty sure. So I'm very, very close to that 100. I never know which way is up. We're gonna go for it. First game we got. Oh, I think we got it right. I cannot read that. Miniature golf? I don't know if I knew that there was a miniature golf game for the Atari. I'm actually pretty stoked to see this, so let's go ahead and let's check out Miniature Golf for the Atari 2600. Miniature Golf was published by Atari in 1979. I did not play this one very much. My first impressions were not very positive, but in all fairness, I feel like this is a case where I just need more time to figure out the nuances of the game. It appears that there are people with a lot of love and fondness for this one. I will be returning to this when I have a little more time to devote to figuring out its quirks. Regardless, I am always happy to add another 2600 cart to the collection. Alright, next up, let's do the NES. We got... Ooh, is that just straight up Pac-Man? We got Tengen Pac-Man on the NES. Cool, very cool. I love Pac-Man. Not the best Pac-Man player, but I do love the game. I don't know that I've ever played this release of Pac-Man, so I imagine it can't be bad. So for the NES, next up we got Pac-Man. Pac-Man was published by Tengen in 1988. This was one of the 3 Tengen games that were officially licensed by Nintendo before they started to produce their own unlicensed cart for the NES. I am a pretty big fan of the Pac-Man series, even though I am not the best at the original arcade game. This is a pretty good version of Pac-Man. It sounds and looks just about as good as I could expect from an NES port of the classic game. I found myself playing this for much longer than expected, simply because I found myself doing better than I normally do. I don't know if this can be attributed to this port of the game, or if I was just doing especially well. In either case, this is a good port of Pac-Man, and I'm happy to have it in my NES collection. Let's shake up the end here a little bit, since PlayStation's still pretty new to us. And we'll do the cased Sega Genesis or Master System game. So, next up, we got... X-Mutants. X-Mutants? It's not the X-Men. Earth 2055. Destroy the mutant menace. I don't know this game. It's complete. We got the manual in there too. Let me know, guys. What do you think of X Mutants? I can't place this off the top of my head. Maybe I've played it, but it doesn't ring a bell. This is exciting. Hopefully it's good. Not even sure what type of game it is. I don't know if it's like an action platformer or like a beat 'em up. But I'm super excited. This is cool. We got complete in box X Mutants for the Sega Genesis. X Mutants was published by Sega of America in 1992. This is an action platformer that is based on a comic series from Malibu Comics that I had never heard of. The story and presentation is definitely very much a product of its time and had me ready and raring to go. Sadly, even though I found myself enjoying the gameplay initially, after a little bit of time with the game, my opinion is a bit more mixed. While there are some things to like here, there are also a lot of problems. Ultimately, I ended up rage quitting in frustration due to a twofold problem: poor level design and the lack of invincibility frames when hit. I kept running into areas where it was just pretty much impossible to not take damage, and many times I would get stuck in places where I would have to take several hits because there was no grace period after getting damaged. I wanted to like this game so much more than I did, but I don't think it's a complete bust. There are things to like about this game, and I'm happy to have learned about the X Mutants comic series. Very cool to have it in the collection, but it might be a while before I try to fully tackle this one.
Go on, shepherd.
Alright, and I think this is the last game. Yep, we got Treasure. Let me think how this, I think this goes like this. So I believe it's for the, should be for the PlayStation. Last game we got. Looks like Extreme Sports Tomfoolery. Snowcross Championship Racing. Never heard of this in my life. Oh, Snowcross Championship Racing is trademarked apparently. I am unfamiliar with this. Hopefully it's better than that motocross game we got last month. Which I can't even think of the name off the top of my head. I don't remember where I put it. Yeah. I mean, I do like these kind of games. Oh, it features Yamaha snowmobiles. So, I mean, that's a good sign, right? I do like these kind of games. It's just some of them, you know, they just aren't all made equally. Let's say it that way. But obviously it is complete. The case is in pretty good shape. A little scuffed up here, but not like all cracked up or anything. So, cool. I'm excited to see what this is like. Crave Entertainment. That name rings a bell. I've played something recently from Crave Entertainment, and I can't... I guess I'll find out when I look it up. But let me know what you guys think of Snowcross Championship Racing. It's our last game. I'm excited to go check it out. Snowcross Championship Racing. Snowcross Championship Racing was published by Crave Entertainment in the year 2000. It is an extreme sports game where you race snowmobiles. And you know what? It's alright! The longer I played it, the better I got, and yeah, I did find some enjoyment here. Between races, you can use money you earn from doing tricks and your placement in the previous races to buy upgrades. There are a few modes here and even a track editor. This is no great hidden gem in the PlayStation library by any means, but but I actually had a bit of fun with this one, and I will be playing this in the future. Happy to add this to my extremely tiny PlayStation library. And there we go. Another month, another box. Let's do a quick recap while we do the totals wherever. I always point like up here, but I know most of the time I do like the totals down here, so it's probably going to be like down here. We got Miniature Golf for the Atari 2600. We got Pac-Man for the NES. We got Snowcross Championship Wrestling for the PlayStation. And we got X Mutants Complete Box for the Sega Genesis. Pick of the box. I think it's pretty easy for me this month. I'm going to go for X Mutants. Complete Box on the Genesis. I always love getting Complete in Box Genesis games. And, I mean, this game might be like super duper awful and horrible, but I'm intrigued. X Mutants, I assume that that's got to be trying to at least like get you to think about the X-Men, right? You and 5 other mutants or X Mutants reclaim humans brought back from genetic disaster. Now the Lord Mutant Sluggo wants to destroy you. Slash and bomb through 11 levels of wasteland. Yeah, I'm just super curious. I like that I'm not familiar with this game, and I like that it's complete in box. I like mutants. I like Genesis. Yeah, so my pick of the box will be X Mutants. Hopefully it's an actually good game. You guys will know what I think by this point. So make sure down below you let me know what you think of the box overall. Let me know what your pick of the box is. I'd say this probably wasn't the best box, but I don't think it was a bad box by any stretch of the imagination. I am really curious about that miniature golf game. It's just I'm more excited about that X Mutants game. And it's cool to finally have Pac-Man in the NES collection. If memory serves me right, there's 2 releases of that, right? There's a Namco one and a Tengen one. I could be wrong about that, but I believe so. So at least now I have one of them in my collection. And there we go. That's the video. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you next time. Bye. I want to give a big shout out and thank you to our channel members. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the support. A big shout out and thank you to Sad Vlad, Retro Kart Collector, Viros Vault, Jeremiah Thomas, CoolCat18, Lost in Thought, and Ronan Sid. If you would like special perks such as being shouted out at the end of videos, please check that join button down below. Yeah, I like speed ran this because I had to turn off my heat to do this, and it's super duper cold. And like I said in the beginning, my pipes are frozen, and I'm waiting on Taco Bell. I don't think they've picked it up yet. He's waiting on the order. So I'm going to go ahead and stop recording. I'm going to upload this video. And hopefully get the values and all that stuff done and added to my inventory and stuff before my Taco Bell gets here. So I'll see you guys later.